Well, the movie Predator 5 Pre is finally out. I think I just have to share my opinion about this picture. Also, I have interesting news about the series Strangers. I will talk about them at the very end. This is Movie Recap new channel. So there is a lot of symbolism in the movie, but we'll get into that a bit later. And first let's take a look. First appearance of Aryukuj, who was given the nickname Wild. Everything here was very canon. He landed on his new hunting ground, and his ship is in autopilot, returns to Earth orbit. We already know that all hunting is recorded through a NAS, and the record is sent to the ship. If the Predator does, the ship will return to its home planet, where all his brothers will watch the hunt and draw their own conclusion. Why did I say new hunting ground? From the very beginning of the film it is clear that the Wild does not know the local inhabitants of the planet. He wants to find the perfect match. He's watching. Killed the snake. Later watches the wolf hunt he is looking for. And of course, with each victim, he takes a trophy for himself. This is also all canonical for this movie universe. Well, what a spectacular fight with a bear. In all these skirmishes, he did not use his entire military arsenal, which, as we already know from the movie, was new. The fact is that every hunter uses a laser gun, or like in this movie arrows only when the forces are unequal. I like the look of the Predator, plus I think he's very young. What do you think about this? Write in a comment. Of course, I'm glad that all the same, the writers showed the musket to Adelina. I noticed this while watching old movies. I always do this before a sequel to better understand the whole story. In fact, the musket has its own backstory. From the book Predator 1996, Retell pirate captain who betrayed by his own team after he scolded them for stealing the jewel from the church. His team turned their backs on him. This was followed by a predator, nicknamed the Greyback. He intervened and killed everyone. Pirate Retell entered into an equal battle with a predator, but was shot in the back during the battle. Before his death, he managed to give his weapon as a sign of respect for the Greyback, the same musket. And previously the musket was featured in the 1990 film Predator. But in this film the story of the musket is completely different, and the writers had every right to do so. The book came out later than the movie. Where did this weapon come from? There will be 3 predators in the movie, and here, too. I'm right, though not quite. What do we see at the end of the movie? Nara returned to the tribe with booty in hand, throws the wild head at the feet of the leader, and gives the musket, and says that danger is nearby. They need to find a place with better protection. And the credits begin, which are animated in the style of rock paintings. They completely retell the whole movie from the very beginning, except of course the ending, which shows how 3 ships descend to the tribe. Well, now you can guess, if the movie is successful, collect a new money at the box office. Then, we will wait for the continuation of the story of Naru and the battle with 3 predators. And this fight happens then, when the enemy greatly outnumbers the Yakuja's strength. There is a second version of the ending. According to the code, they must, as a sign of victory and respect, give your weapon or trophy to Naru, and perhaps that is why they will descend from heaven. And Naru will give the musket in return. And what do you think? Write in the comments. Now I want to return to the symbolism of the film. From the very beginning, Nari is very different from all the hunters of the tribe. She's an excellent tracker, killer, and does not climb on the rampage, but act tactfully. On a hunt with a lioness, she offers to catch her with bait, and wait until she comes. She will do the same with the predator. Secondly, there are no extra episodes in the film. The scene when Nara measures the size of his legs with a branch to understand the full growth of their future prey. She is an excellent tracker. I didn't understand at first either. Why are we showing the scene when Nara went into the swamp? Why did you gnaw at the end? She understood that the power of the beast cannot be defeated. During the first skirmish, all hunters act illiterately and die before her eyes, and she concluded. Like in the first movie All in Dutch, making a trap for him, I immediately remembered when I looked. A reference to the first film in 1987 has also been used. The same reception with a thermal imager to notice that if the body temperature is lowered, the Yukuj is blind, and used an orange tuts flower. And at the very beginning we were shown the skills of the Dr. Naru. All these scenes were not superfluous. They prepared us for the very denouement of the film, and leave no open questions. Everything is well explained. Even in the trailer, carcasses of dead animals were shown, and everyone, including me, had questions. What it couldn't to wild. I immediately thought it was for collectors who got what they deserved. How well it was shown that the wild adheres to the code. He does not kill Naru when she fell into a trap. They will never touch individuals weaker than themselves. I also liked the whole arsenal, which was not just for the sake of showing, but really everything was cool in the movie. Very spectacular shield use scene. Not only for protection but as a weapon. There was also a grid. She came in very handy in this movie. There were cool arrows that were guided by 3 laser beams, and the mask itself to see very clearly that she is bone trophy, but from what creature so far, I couldn't make out. And so I want to sum up. The studio did a great job, even over small details, to seen in this frame that the wolf has the blood of a predator on its graze. They took care of every detail. Waiting for the movie for a very long time. Something lived up to expectations, something is not, but overall I'm happy with the picture. The training platform who starred in the film, and it is she who will direct the series Aliens in 2023, is lightly in places the visual under the temple, but it's still 100 times better than the 2018 movie. Now the news that I read on Twitter about the series Aliens, there is a rumor that the series will be filmed in 2 time periods. That is, there will be a present and a past. The past will be in space and the present will be on Earth. This technique was used in the Witcher series in the first season, and he was very lucky. I hope you liked my opinion about the movie. If so, please like. This was the Movie Recap New Channel. See you soon.